Hello, everybody. Wanted to do my leadership reflection for class and wanted to kind of go over some things that really stuck out to me over the semester. And I think the biggest thing for me was the new kind of outlook of leadership. I think a lot of times in our society, we're very much focused on leaderships from a power position and from a celebrity position, that we feel that those people, since they're the ones in the limelight and they get a lot of media attention and print attention, that that is the type of people that are leaders in society, and that's the only type of individual that can be a leader. I think to really break it down and look at it from a situational leadership standpoint, to look at family and friends, to look at teachers, to look at people, role models, mentors, guidance counselors, everybody that can have a way to be a leader and do it without the limelight. I think that's extremely important, and we kind of saw that a lot. That there's people out there that can make a huge difference just by an initiative and a passion that they find. Um, I think a lot of times also leaders are seen as having to be very vocal, having to be a good public speaker, having to be somebody that can lead a group of individuals vocally. And I think we saw that that was also very false, as there's a lot of people that can be behind the scenes and do some really great things to impact the world and kind of make their passion seen, and make a difference and be a leader through a group of people, and maybe not get up in front of them and speak in front of them. And I think that's another important aspect to take from something like this. And it's also very interesting along those same lines to kind of understand and see leadership from a cultural perspective. What might be considered a leader and a leadership style in one culture or country is very different, from another culture or country that might have a totally different definition of what leadership could be. And one thing that we definitely hit on from the very beginning, that there isn't really one good definition of leadership. No one is ever going to agree on the one definition that leadership should be. So it would kind of shown through with some of the videos that we watched, and some of the TED Talks, and just listening to other students in the class, that culturally leadership can take a very different stance of what actually is considered to be a leader. A leader might be very vocal and leading individuals that way. They might kind of stand off to the side and implement policies in ways that also influence people in a good or a bad way. Um, and then we also hit on, which I thought was very interesting, that people can be leaders and sometimes not be um, a good leader, a leader that wants to do good, but can be a leader by force. I think the one that we really hit on a lot in class was North Korea and their dictatorship, and kind of how the people very much respect the leadership in the country, but at the same time, they are sometimes forced into that, forced into um, having to view that individual as a leader. So to wrap everything up, I think the biggest takeaway that I took from everything is that leadership is not just a president, a politician, a celebrity, or a professional sports athlete. That's not exactly has to be true to be a leader. Anyone can be a leader. They just have to have a passion. They have to be able to express their message in some way that's going to influence people and want people to follow and understand what change that this particular leader wants to have, or which impact this leader wants to have on someone. And I think it's going to be interesting to continue to see how certain leaders develop as time progresses on, and how leaders of countries and celebrity leaders and motivational speakers really change the way that they choose to lead as technology continues to grow, and as the world and society around us continues to evolve and move faster, as information continues to move faster with technology. So that I think in general is just a big takeaway that I took from the course, and it really opened my eyes to understanding that leadership is everywhere around us, and there's so many different forms. Culturally, it's very different. and you don't technically have to be a vocal leader. There's a lot of leaders that aren't vocal leaders that are still incredible leaders. So yeah, I think that about wraps it up.